goes in a second place then.
And Brian Ariarte came up the inside from about...
I know that Marco Morelli's going to have something to say about that in the last two corners. Just two corners. This is where Veda Pratama fell off yesterday, but now is
10th place to 5th place on the brakes there into the first right-hander.
But it's Morelli, look, you've got to be careful.
yeah, Brian Ariarte took the lead last year. He's doing it on the straight this time instead of under the braking. But he goes into the...
Wanting to deal with the number 13 of Hakim Danish. He's a couple of places ahead of him.
Well, guys, you can't let him get away. This is getting a bit... oh, big move there.
Oh! No, but it's Brian Ariarte. He's perfectly positioned. And Pratama's off.
Momentum that would give him second place in the cup, but it's Brian Ariarte, our cup champion, leading with Marco Morelli.
The third place, Benyat Fernandez up the inside of Pugliese there, moves him wide, but as a
Blind, if Brian makes it perfect through this corner, he's going to win it, making a double here at Spielberg.
Right on his tail.
still all to play for. As we were saying, you know, Morelli's not a rider you want to let get away.
No, he isn't. I think Brian Ariarte...
6 now. We saw some crashes there earlier on in the qualifying. It can be slippy if you're offline. Some of the... No, in Rookies Cup, in this final race of the year, Mitani and Pratama.
He has seen that turn. He knows it. He was around to watch Marco...
Riders going inside. That was the number 11 there, going up the inside. I think I saw David Gonzalez. Absolutely brilliant, as close as you like. They are not shy.
Really be so superb at Assen, and that's why I think he moved up into 5th place and is now up into 4th place.
Gonzalez, the local Spaniard, slots into 3rd position. Great start from him from 3rd on the grid.
No, that's right. I mean, Zen is really good at wedging himself a gap, isn't he? He doesn't want to see Marco Morelli disappear, just as you said, Matt.
Well then, as we see Giulio Pugliese just behind.
And they were coming to the corkscrew, sort of put his elbows in and squeeze through.
What a character. What up the hill we come once again. Then it's going to be left and flick it right down the waterfall. How
section, and unless you go up there and watch it, you can't believe how steep it is, how they drop.
What a character. Absolutely love it. Gonzalez moves to the inside, up the inside of Morelli. How fast can you go through here? Well, look at that. Look at the gap forming. I mean, Morelli's not hanging around. I'll be very interested to see the lap.
Off the edge of the world here, back into first gear through the left-hander, and then
there the 95 looks for a little bit of space to get first as well, but gets the door slammed shut by Ariarte this time around.
Now let's see, Ariarte will be late on the brakes here, close. Accelerate their short shift, 2nd, 3rd into 4th, and drive through 4th gear.
Oh, just sensational. And there we go, Gonzalez was the fastest one.
He's up on that leading trio, so he comes out of the corner. The leading trio still have the advantage. Marco Morelli, absolutely sensational. This is faster and faster and faster through the left-hander, up into...
of the race last time around.
Superb stuff. And into something...
Oh, delicious down, Pete!
Over, but it's not green there, so that doesn't matter. Marco Morelli has the advantage. 5th and 200 kilometres an hour, 125 miles an hour, and on the brakes they are again, and back into 2nd.
No! Oh, Hakim!
Well,
what a shame!
Kiandra Fadifa, the man who finished 2nd, who did all the leading yesterday, is in 2nd. It's an incredible part of the circuit.
And you don't want to get sucked in like Hakim Danish almost did there.
I mean, that's pretty much done chances of him taking 2nd
Where
in the cup.
was this
Place.
These three absolutely drilling it now, Peter. They are over a 1/10 of a second quick into that left-hander. So easy to run off, run wide, click the wheel of the rider in front of you, something like... That's not how you want to sign off from rookies.
No, Marco Morelli has the lead now.
Maybe even 2/10 or 3 ahead of everybody else that last lap around like that, and now we are all downhill on towards the back straight. Peter, I'll remind you what you said.
Marco Morelli takes the lead for the first time in this race. He's got his head down, and Danish.
And that is making the difference. We're on board with Ariarte, leading what's now really the chasers. We're looking at Zen. Surely no one's going to get away with it or run away with it. Why is Veda Pratama. It's like he's got an earpiece listening to.
Rejoins the race, but he's obviously going to be out of the points. Veda Pratama just has to sort of finish really to pick.
Tani, the Japanese rider, just behind us, inspired by Kevin Schwantz. That's why he runs the number 34. Commentary, he's gone, what are you talking about, old man? I'm off.
Yeah, he's gone, isn't he? But no, a couple of points to go back in front of Hakim Danish in the battle for second place in the cup.
But look out front, Ramadeepa now into the lead, ahead of Morelli and Benyat Fernandez.
But Brian will catch him. Come on, Brian. He knows what he's doing round here. He knows what he's doing wherever he is.
It's a crying shame, isn't it? Goodness me, well, we turn our attention back then, so it
is not letting them go. Look, he's there in fourth place. He's close into them and he's going to lock on to the rear. There's the number 11 of David Gonzalez picking up the slipstream of Brian Uriarte. Has to back out.
Could well be Uriarte and Veda, your top two. But who will win the
of the number 7, Benyat Fernandez, in third as they go down the hill?
And Ramadeepa's lead was short-lived.
A bit as Brian sweeps into the left-hander. And as long as the guys behind are not silly.
Final race of the year. Morelli leads from Gonzalez, who really wants that fourth position. But Morelli took him straight back. He's saying, no, I need to lead this race. I've got the pace. I don't want to get overtaken.
I'm sure that Brian will catch Veda. Of course, there is the question of what...
in the standings, in his debut season in rookies, and Mitani wants another podium as well. Getting towards turn one, you're following me, but Morelli's smart. He knows he just needs to get out front and absolutely go.
Gearing have they chosen? Has Veda chosen a gearing, perhaps the lower?
There is Danish limping around again then.
And it's something that that Marco Morelli...
None of this tap in the rear seat unit, rubbish.
That's right, but he only qualified 15th. He was on the gearing that he doesn't need the slipstream.
Real Marco Morelli's week
said yesterday, he said, you know, when you're aware that the guys around you are battling for the cup and you're not in the running, he's 5th row of the grid. So, you know, if his pace is quicker than he was running in qualifying.
And just going from bad to worse at the moment. I mean, he started from the back of the grid, but he's not made any inroads.
Said some part of you wants to say, okay, I better, you know, keep away from them. He said, but I don't. And maybe the bike isn't really set up to do this, but he's a bright, wily rider and he'll make the best of
here at all. You know, a multiple race winner, podium finisher in Rookies Cup. He was on the rider sent to the back of the grid.
Thing like that. He said, you've just got to race and not make any mistakes, and that's what he did superbly. The situation, certainly. There's the 51 of Brian Uriarte. He'll be late on the brakes at the bottom there.
For the slow riding in qualifying, but he crossed the line in 25th position. Not
yesterday. Maybe he's a little bit even more care to the wind today because he's out front. He goes from 4th to 3rd.
Perfect line choice from the 95 and Morelli there. That's ideal for him whatsoever. Christian Daniel Jr., who was started from the 2nd.
And he's ahead of the number 11 of David Gonzalez.
Pure respect is Marco Morelli, riding his line well and truly, not sacrificing his run through the penultimate turn into this final corner. And, 3rd row from bottom. He's made a move up towards 6th, really, isn't he? Really like that attitude from him, and this is him back to his very, very corner they come. Going to get a big drive up the hill. Mitani goes neck and neck with Ramadeepa.